Assalamualaikum and hi. I respect to our panel, Professor Madya Dr. Muhammad Rahiza Abdul Rahim and Dr. Nuraini Mansur. My name is Muhammad Fauzan Shah bin Muhammad Nizam. My matrix number is 2024772203 and my supervisor is Professor Dr. Muhammad Anizu Muhammad Noor. Today, I will present my proposal defense. Then we go to the table of contents. That's a few topics that we can touch on this video. And then now we move to the title. My title is Comparison between competitive anxiety level and different player position among UiTM hockey players. Now we move to the background of study. Competitive anxiety is a psychological factor that affects athletes' performance and physical condition as stated by Maulud 2019. Different playing positions involve different responsibility and pressure during matches. Previous football studies found that anxiety level differ based on playing position, especially among goalkeeper and attackers. Trandafirescu 2024. However, limited studies examine competitive anxiety based on playing position in hockey, especially at university level. Okay, next we go to the problem statement. Previous study found positional difference in competitive anxiety among football players according to Trandafirescu 2024. Second, anxiety and self-esteem were also shown to vary based on playing position according to Tahir 2025. However, research focusing on hockey players at university level is still limited. This lack of position-specific data makes it difficult for coaches to provide targeted psychological preparation. Now we move to the purpose of the study. The purpose of this study is to examine competitive anxiety levels among UiTM hockey players based on their playing position. Now, research question. This study aims to answer two research questions. First, what is the level of competitive anxiety among goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders and attackers? Second, is there a significant difference in competitive anxiety levels based on player position? Then, research objective. The objective of these studies are, first, to determine the level of competitive anxiety among goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders and attackers. Second, to identify which playing position has the highest and lowest anxiety level. We move to research hypothesis. There are two hypotheses in this study. The null hypothesis states that there is no significant difference in competitive anxiety levels among different playing positions. Second, the alternative hypothesis states that there is a significant difference in competitive anxiety levels among different playing positions. Now we move to the literature review. Concept of competitive anxiety. Competitive anxiety refers to a negative emotional response such as worry, fear and physical tension experienced during competition as defined by Maulud 2019 and Han 2016. It consists of two main components which are cognitive anxiety and somatic anxiety. Second is component of competitive anxiety. Competitive anxiety is commonly measured using the competitive state anxiety inventory or CSAI-2 developed by Martins 1990. CSAI-2 consists of three components: cognitive anxiety, somatic anxiety and self-confidence. These components help explain how psychological states influence sports performance. And then third, psychological demands based on player position. Different playing position involve different psychological demands. Goalkeepers experience higher anxiety due to high risk responsibility according to Sulaiman and Rowe 2016. Midfielder face higher cognitive demand because of continuous decision making according to Prabhu 2021. Attackers experience performing pressure related to scoring expectation according to Conde Report 2024. Okay, next we go to competitive anxiety studies in team sports. Previous studies in football and team sport found that competitive anxiety level differ based on playing positions. Players with high responsibility roles tend to experience higher anxiety levels. Athletes with greater decision-making roles often experience higher cognitive anxiety according to Parnabas and Mahamud 2010. Now we move to conceptual framework. This study is guided by a conceptual framework where player position is the independent variable which includes goalkeeper, defender, midfielder and attacker. The dependent variable is the competitive anxiety level. Now we move to methodology. This study used a quantitative cross-sectional comparative research designs. The independent variable is playing position and the dependent variable is competitive anxiety level. The research instrument used is the CSAI-2 questionnaire developed by Martins 1990. Data is collected throughout questionnaires. Next, samplings. The population of this study consists of UiTM hockey players with a total of 40 players. Purpose sampling is used in this study based on the Cressy and Morgan 1970 sample size table. The required sample size is 36 players. These are the example of table Cressy and Morgan. Now we move to the data collection. The data collection process starts with defining the research objective and target population. Next, the CSAI-2 questionnaire by Martins 1990 is selected. Ethical approval is obtained before distributing the questionnaire. After data collection, the data is analyzed using SPSS. Now, data analysis. Data analysis is conducted using the statistical package for the social science or SPSS. Descriptive statistics such as mean, standard deviation, frequency, and percentage are used. Inferential statistics include one-way ANOVA to compare competitive anxiety level across 4 playing positions. If significant differences are found, post-hoc tests will be conducted. The level of significance is set at p less than 0.05. These are the reference. Thank you for listening, and that's all for my proposal defense. Thank you.